So, weirdly enough, I try to not call myself a wedding planner, even though it's the easiest title to give, because that's what people look for. Right? Because of the way that I help people, I think I'm more of a coach. I've had somebody get married on top of a fell. I've had people wanting help to propose in the middle of the lake. They sound random at first, but there's always a backstory. There's always a reason why they want it. And it's just figuring out whether it's even possible.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Entrepreneur TV. We are glad that you can join us. Now then, are you thinking of getting married? Have you proposed? But are you one of those people who's super disorganized and actually you don't know where you're going to start? Well, my next guest is going to be able to help you. Her name is Annabelle, all the way from the beautiful Lake District, which is a place I love. And she is an amazing wedding coordinator, planner extraordinaire. There is no end to her talents. Annabelle, welcome.
Hi.
It's so lovely to see you.
I know. I've travelled and it's worth it already.
Oh, well, I'm so pleased to hear. But, you are this amazing wedding coordinator. I mean, you wear many hats, but just in a nutshell, because we're going to go through the nuts and bolts, exactly sort of what do you do?
So, weirdly enough, I try to not call myself a wedding planner, even though it's the easiest title to give, because that's what people look for, right? That's what they think they need, right? But actually, because of the way that I help people, I think I'm more of a coach.
Yep.
Or I've been referred to as a wedding big sister.
Oh.
Or a wedding PA. So basically somebody who can ride through the planning process with you.
Yep.
I don't take the reins. I just help people make the decisions that they need to make.
So maybe then that you've got people who've got ideas
and
don't know what the heck and how to implement them.
Yeah. So if you are booking something that is not a hotel.
Yes.
So it's a marquee, it's a teepee, it's a barn, it's a random field, it's something that doesn't come with all of your kind of the given help. That's when somebody like me comes in to go, okay, well, I've got a few things that I can share with you, or contacts or tips to go, no, let's make this right, but let's make the right decisions for you.
So I would imagine then you get a wide variety of people and a wide variety of requests. You must have heard some bonkers ones in your time.
Oh, yeah. But for me, the quirkier, the better. It's a bit sad when I know that it can't happen. So they might ask me something and then I go, oh no, that's not going to work. But I'll embrace anything. It'd be my dream to go. I've had somebody even get married on top of a fell. I've had people wanting help to propose in the middle of the lake. I've had farmers converting barns to make it work for an 18th birthday party even. I've had a lot of, they sound random at first, but there's always a backstory. There's always a reason why they want it. And it's just figuring out whether it's even possible.
Now, talking of backstories, I want to sort of venture into yours. Is this something you always wanted to do, or what was your other careers in your past? Come on, this is time to spill the beans on your previous careers.
Weddings were nowhere near where I thought I'd end up at all. So my background's very, very varied. My CV is very long and very quirky. It all focuses around people. I was brought up with entrepreneurs, so I always knew I was going to be my own boss sometime. And yeah, I didn't stumble across it, but a life path took me towards that. And now I'm so blessed to be where I am. I absolutely love it. But yeah, I came from a family of entrepreneurs, very creative parents. They had a joke shop. They had a PR agency. They invented a board game called Orgy. They did balloon decorating. You name it. I mean, my mum, for her PR agency, she once had a pressure washer company, and to promote that company, she got an elephant into the centre of my hometown, Penrith, so they could pressure wash it clean. I mean,
goodness.
You know, when you come from that kind of a backstory, you know that you're going to go into something that is people focused and creative.
I think I can understand now why you would not fit that mold of the stereotypical hotel wedding planner. I think it would drive you insane.
Yes.
If you've been around creative individuals like that, that's why you are bespoke.
Totally. Yeah. Oh, it was always a given that I needed variety. And I find myself repeating the phrase, variety is the key to life, to everybody. Because that's what I'm after. I could never just go, well, this is it, and just roll in another couple and away we go. No, I like the challenge, and I want it to be different every time. It should be different every time.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Do you ever get those people who really don't know what they want, but they want something different?
Yeah. Yeah, all the time. I think when you first get engaged, you are presented with so many options. It's not like it used to be where there's a set tradition, this is the way you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
Now it is, well, what do you want?
Yeah.
You can have anything you like thrown into a wedding. And when that's presented to you, yes, it's massively overwhelming. So you might know, I definitely don't want to be in a hotel, but oh my God, where do I start?
Yeah.
How do you narrow that down? So most of my time is spent telling people what they don't need.
That's really important, isn't it? Because you can, and it is like a bit of a money pit. You can get carried away with the nonsense
so easily with the things that I have a love-hate relationship with Pinterest and Instagram. Because yes, it's good to like soak in a load of ideas and see what's going on out there, but oh my God, too many, and false.
Yeah.
So when you've come from the world of PR, when you've done styled shoots before, I'll say to a couple, right, that image that you can see there, this is beautiful florals and looks magnificent. But if you pan to the left, there's probably 2 suppliers having a chat and a brew. That image is not right. That'll cost absolutely thousands to reproduce for an average wedding. So it's not fair on the couple.
No.
For them to see these things and think that they can just, on whatever budget they're on, it's not even that they can do it, should they do it?
Yeah.
A successful wedding isn't about how it looks. So no matter what the internet shows you, doesn't mean that those weddings actually felt good.
I mean, you as well have a wonderful mantra, honest, creative, calm.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Well, creative, as you can tell, I've got artists in the family, from my gran, my mum, my sister's an artist in Edinburgh. Like we're all creative folk. I think my creativity comes in, especially on the wedding day.
Yeah.
If I love troubleshooting, I'm like in my element. I love it. Making everything kind of flow nicely, brilliant. But if something comes along that is a problem and you've got to think on the spot.
Yeah.
That's where I pride myself. Like I'm like the MacGyver of weddings. That you should see the bag I carry around. It's got everything.
Is it like a bag of tricks?
Oh my God, so much so. Like, yes, joke, because I'll pull out like a safety pin. Or I've got some plumbing tape. I've got scissors. I've got cable ties.
Yeah.
A bit of makeup, wet wipes, you name it. So yeah, the creative side is more the problem solving side. Then calm. Oh my God. I remember somebody talking to me, she still is a celebrant. And, for their job, they've got to be in the right mindset, you know?
Very calm.
Yeah. And she said, you're not like the other planner that I work with. It's like, why? What happened? She's like, she was a ball of stress and it was making me stress. It's like, that is the opposite. That is not what you should be. We should be, the whole, the metaphor of a swan.
Yeah.
Everything's great underneath you going, that's what we should be exuding.
Yeah.
Like, we've got this. This is easy. So yeah, the calm yeah, that's where I'm also, I love being in that position to just calm everybody down with me.
And brides are stressy enough half the time.
But there's so much on their heads. There's high expectation of what you're going to put on. There's high investment, high emotions, like everything's going on. So yeah, you can see why stress happens, and then you throw in anything like, family problems, or, I don't know, a bridesmaid spinning out about a dress, or, the things that get thrown in because we're people. We're all human at the end of the day. If you throw in those things as well, then yeah, it's natural for these things to become quite stressful. So I want to be the person who can calm the situation.
You're a bit
down.
like a decompression button.
Yes.
But still a pocket rocket in the other aspect.
Yeah. If a bride's about to walk into a ceremony and I can tell, the eyes are welling up and it's all becoming a bit too much, I pre-warn them in our consultation processes to say, I'm really sorry if I get a bit weird. Like, what do you mean? Like, well, when you're in that moment and you're everything's starting to spin and it's getting a bit too much, I'm going to get weird. I'm going to say some crazy joke. I'm going to be daft. I'll do a little dance if I need to. Anything to snap you out of it.
Yeah.
Bring you back into the space and really take in what's actually happening.
Yeah.
What not leaping forward into what you're about to do, but appreciate where you are right now.
Do you think brides then, they miss that bit of the fun?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they think, where's that day gone?
Yeah.
And they've missed the fun elements.
Yeah.
You put the fun into their wedding day.
I want to have a laugh. I think that's, we're human, and bringing laughter into an event is the most powerful thing you can do.
Yeah.
Because you've got to find it first. You've got to see where the level is. Where's it out with the couple? Then you find it with the parents, and it's like you investigate what makes them tick. Where is that tickle button? Because that is going to be so handy through the process.
So getting used to and getting to know the couples that are getting married is just as important.
Massive.
To make the event work well.
And that's why the third one is the honesty.
Yeah.
I never pretend that I know it all. And I'll never pretend that, everything's going to be perfect. Never is. That's not life. We're people. It doesn't happen that way. But I will always be honest about what I feel is best for them. I will use my experience to go, in the past, this has happened. I'm not saying that it's going to for you.
Yeah.
But I'd rather manage your expectations and be honest with you about it.
Give you the heads up.
Yeah. Which isn't so much a kinder way to do it than trying to pretend everything's going to be perfect.
I mean, we always do get those days where things go well in anything, in any job. Some days are going well, some days don't go so well. And so there you are with your little bag of tricks. Would you say then that you're one of them people that are quite resourceful in the respect that, you see a potential problem, but you've already almost got like a fix?
Yeah. Well, the trick is, and you don't learn this straight away, I've been doing this 15 years, so it's taken a while. I'm about 6 steps ahead. So you're going, right, I don't know, after they've eaten, for example. Yeah. So the wedding breakfast, which is an annoying name for it.
It's a weird name, isn't it?
I know. Apparently it's because they're breaking the fast. So they used to fast before they got married. And then it'd be them breaking their fast.
Well, no wonder so many brides fainted before they even got up the altar. I mean...
Right? I know. It's Romans. They gave us loads of weird traditions that are not relevant anymore. Anyway, so say they're eating and I'm going, right, so once they've finished eating, they might be then doing speeches. Okay, so where is the microphone? Do they know where they need to stand? Is the videographer and the photographer prepped for that moment? But then after that, we then need to change the room around. So are the bar staff ready? Because they need to be on hand to do this. Have the band arrived? Are they ready to go and set up? Because they need to be shown where they're going. So there's always the forward process. And if one of those things then isn't lined up, you need to know as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So you're ready to catch it or do something about it before. You can't just wait until you look down at your plan and go,
oh, now such a thing's got to
no. You can't, no.
Do you go home then at the end of one and just feel like you collapse in the bed?
Yes. I'm really bad for getting home because you leave buzzing.
Yeah, I was going to say adrenaline.
But also absolutely shattered, dehydrated, probably haven't eaten enough. And you've just been on high tension all day. So the longest I've been on my feet for a wedding was 16 hours. And I might sit down for half an hour of that. So my poor back.
Yeah.
And
Poor
my
feet.
Yeah. So in the industry, we call it a wedding hangover. And
without the alcohol.
yeah. The worst thing is sometimes, a lot of the time I do come home, I've just left a party. So I'll come home, have a glass of wine, and you can tell my body's going, what are you doing? That is the last thing you should be doing. I'm like, shut up, this has been great. And I'm buzzing. And my husband's going, Annabelle, I don't want to hear about it. I wasn't there. I'm not on the same high as you are. And I'm like, ooh, but let me tell you. So then they did this, and then this happened, and then it's like, Annabelle, go to bed.
And I bet you, when your head hits the pillow, it's still like whirring around going,
yeah. Well, and the older I
very
get,
well.
the older I get, the more my ears buzz.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
That
like,
tinnitus type sound, isn't
yeah,
it?
and you're like, oh, God, that didn't go for a while. But yeah, I'll be totally buzzing. Absolutely love it.
Now, to get all this to happen, you must have a really well-oiled team, whether it be suppliers and other people around you. How important is it to have that good team?
Oh my God, it's so important. I mean, so I have assistants who I can't be at every wedding. So, I had a wedding the other weekend. There's 3 weddings in one day. So I had 2 people managing other events while I'm at one. So you have to have that because the busier you get, I don't want to let people down. But also I look after venues and I want them to get more and more bookings. So you need the flexibility in there.
Yeah.
When it comes to the suppliers, so I have my recommended list. And these are businesses that I can very honestly say to every client, they make the list because I've eaten their food, I've met their staff, I've seen them at work, I've actually experienced what they do and I've met them, but most importantly, I like them.
Yeah.
Because when a client comes to you and says, well, I've already booked like 5 suppliers, you're like, oh, okay.
Who are they?
Yeah. Because it makes the world of difference.
Yeah.
If they come back and they tell me that it's these awesome people that I've worked with before and I know I can rely on, like, yes, that's half the job. It means, because in an ideal world, I'll go to a wedding and to all the suppliers, I say, I'm not here to do your job. I'm just keeping an eye on what you're doing. I'm like your backup. If things are going wrong, or if you need a hand, or if things just aren't working quite right, that's on me. You don't go to the couple. You don't talk to them about it.
Go to
Come
you.
to me, because I know what the couple want. I know what their priorities are. I know by that point what they will say.
And that's the important thing. You've got that relationship with them. You've got that bond, and so you know where it needs to go.
Yeah.
But what would be, if you can think of one, what was probably your most challenging wedding event that you have done?
That is so difficult. With 15 years of weddings.
I mean, you did one up a fell. I cannot imagine being a trail runner, knowing the fells of the Lake District like I do. That isn't easy.
I kind of cheated on that one.
Did you?
Because I didn't know to go up the fell.
Oh.
I know. They had a marquee and then they shipped everybody to the bottom of a small fell and then they all walked up. All of the guests, every single one of them, no matter what age, made it up the fell with a friend who is doing the ceremony and a band. Three-piece band went up the fell with them and the photographer, obviously. And then they all came back down again, got into minibuses and came back to the marquee. Wow. I know. And I was so impressed because I was so worried. Everybody knows in the Lake District, travelling around is not easy.
Nope.
That's why it's easier to walk around the fells than it is to drive around the roads.
Yep.
So I was like, on a Saturday in summer, trying to get, I think there was 80 people. But then they managed it. They managed it.
And you've got to add in the great British weather, and especially in the lakes.
Oh, don't.
It loves a bit of rain up there, doesn't it?
Just a bit. There's a reason why it's the lakes, right?
And it's so green and lush.
Exactly. We've got to have it.
Yeah.
But again, this is down to managing the expectations. This is going, right, we're going to say it's going to rain.
Yeah.
That's it. So what we're going to do about it? And if you get glorious weather, brilliant. Smashed
You've hit
it.
the jackpot.
Yeah. Like the chances are very limited, but it's all right. If you get it, great. But if you don't, what are we going to do? Let's look at all of the plans. Let's always have a wet and a dry option, just in case. I have brollies in my boot all the time.
Yeah.
Even though brollies are pointless in the Lake District.
In out, aren't they? Especially up a fell.
Well, that's saying that rain always comes down. It doesn't.
Sideways. Upwards.
In the lakes, it rarely comes just straight down. So, yeah. Even with brollies, it's not really worth it. But if you can manage the expectations about the weather, then it's okay.
Yeah.
And if you're coming to get married in somewhere like Cumbria, you know the weather.
Mm.
And you know, we're not on a beach in Miami. This is...
And I think that's the thing, isn't it? Because Cumbria is so beautiful. It's the backdrop, it's the scenery, it's the whole ambience, it's the food. It's just, well,
Yeah.
as you know, I'm in love.
Yeah. My average commute, I go past 3 lakes. And I've tried to train myself that every time I go past one, I go, morning, beautiful. just a clock, because you get so used to this. You know, I'm not used to coming anywhere where the horizon is so far away.
No.
You know, you're surrounded by height, and then, you know, lakes appear from nowhere. So driving around a corner, if you don't register it and clock where you are,
yeah,
I think it's very easy then to completely forget and take it for granted.
So you just imagine you've got a new couple in and they're all a bit, woo, they're dizzy, they're all in love.
Yeah.
You know, they need grounding a bit to be brought back down to earth, especially when they find out some of the budgets of things that they want.
Yeah.
What would be your number one tip to any couple getting married?
So I have 3 principles that I will say to anybody. So even before we started working together, I'll go, the things that are important, and this is to any event, is atmosphere, flow, and memories made.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll say, if you come to me with an idea from good old Instagram or Pinterest or wherever.
Or ChatGPT now.
Yeah. I know, along comes another monster. Yeah. But they'll come to me and say, I really like this idea.
Yeah.
This concept or this theme or this item or whatever. And I go, right, does it affect the atmosphere, the flow of the day, or memories made? Because if it doesn't, you persuade me why you're spending time, energy, money on that item. Because when the event's all done and dusted, those 3 things will outlive.
You also support other venues and suppliers as well, don't you, with all sorts of styled shoots and all sorts. That must be an interesting arena to your job as well, isn't it?
Oh, I love it. So I act as a freelance wedding manager.
Yeah.
So when there's a venue and they're going, right, we think we can do weddings. Can you help? Because of my PR and marketing background, and my wedding experience, I can step in and go, right, I can picture what your venue needs to do next. I know where the pitfalls are. I know what the competition's like. So, I mean, I've had more venues fail than have been successes. Because weddings sound like something, you know, they go, ooh, there's lots of money in weddings. I'm like, yes, but the work is massive. You can't play around with this. You're competing in a very, very busy marketplace. So if you can't nail this and put all of your effort in and show up, you will not make it. And luckily, I have 4 venues at the minute who are absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
And they listen and we learn together how the venue should work. You know, we have wonderful clients that are invested in the progress of the place. So for me, it's just rewarding. It's really lovely to be part of, especially when they're just starting out and they don't really know.
Yeah.
And we're kind of just,
You're the guide.
Yeah, it's like, come on, let's do this together.
Yeah.
And again, it's still being honest and going, I don't know everything. You can't know everything, but let's develop it over time. Let's kind of, investigate what this looks like. And in the end, do you want to do it?
And that's the thing, you're actually investing in somebody else's success. And that must be like, it's like a little fledgling.
Yeah.
And then it's like it grows into such a wonderful business yourself, and you must think, it fills you with joy.
Completely. I mean, that's the nicest thing about weddings overall. So I've done quite a few public events in my past. So, working for councils, doing markets and food festivals and Halloween festivals and Christmas light switch-ons and all kinds. Public events are difficult because everyone comes to them going, well, I have an opinion about this. Why have they done that? And I wouldn't have put that there, and I wouldn't have done this like this. That it's you get more negativity, more critique. Whereas at a wedding, everybody's there invested in it,
having a good time.
Yeah. And if somebody's there and they're being like the bad egg, then everybody closes in on that person.
Do you have a trap door? Get rid of them.
Oh, I wish.
Yeah.
I mean, I do carry a clipboard and I have been known to threaten. But most of the time that's because it's like herding drunk cats, So a clipboard comes in real handy then.
Beware of Annabelle and her clipboard. But the other good thing that you do to help the brides and the grooms is that you've got your very own podcast as well.
I do.
And you're helping people with advice.
Yes. And I think, so I changed it from the Weddings by Annabelle one to the DIY Weddings podcast because that is my thing. That is my, come on, you can do this. You can do this by yourself. And it's, weddings to me isn't just, let's just tick off a list.
Yeah.
It is about the whys. Why are you doing this? Why are you having that element? Why are you inviting those people? Like, question everything. Don't feel like you just have to roll through, a downloadable checklist. That isn't it.
No.
So I wanted a way to explain to people, like, no, think about this. This is important stuff.
It is important. It's what they're going to remember at the end of a very special day.
Yeah, exactly. 10 years down the line, you want to think back to this and go, you know what? I enjoyed all of that. The planning, the day, like joyous memories of something that hopefully you won't have to do again. Hopefully.
I want to renew their vows. You never know.
You never know. But hopefully this is your one time in your timeline where the joining of two families coming together that you'd never have a reason to do that otherwise. I still remember like my gran meeting one of my friends and she would refer to her forevermore going, oh, you mean your friend with that beautiful dress? I'm like, yes, that one.
Oh.
That interaction would never have happened. And that's the blessing of weddings for me. It's not showing off.
No.
It's not about, who can outdo who on the cleverest or the prettiest or the most flamboyant. It's going, no, in 10, 20, 30 years' time, you're going to look back on this as something so sacred in your journey in life. So let's make it right. Let's make it good.
It's got to be special. Yeah. And that's the thing. You see, what many people don't know, including our viewers, is that, it was my wedding anniversary the other day.
Congratulations.
And the husband who sat over there got me a beautiful card. And it had 13th wedding day on it. He doctored it because he'd realised he'd got the wedding day card and he'd doctored it. So I'm actually really looking forward, Annabelle, to the 14th wedding day. I think there could even be, renewal of vows, I think, you know.
If you need somebody like super organised that can maybe help, then
I think, we may need to renew those vows for a 14th time. He's not.
Maybe that was him.
I think he's looking at the wallet. I think he's now starting to break out into a sweat, Annabelle. Well, my favourite part of the podcast is now. It's the quick fire questions.
Come on then, let's do this.
Okay. Dream wedding location anywhere in the world?
This is a weird one. I've always wanted to organised, but I don't mind if it was me, a wedding in a cave.
Oh,
You know, like an epic,
yeah.
dramatic with lighting and like an orchestra, like something really dramatic and different.
Because they have some of them in Italy or something.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that on Pinterest.
Yeah.
Don't quote me.
We went to Gibraltar,
Oh,
the caves in Gibraltar. Oh my God. And they do concerts and things in there. I was like, oh, I'm in love. I'm in love.
need to find a cave in the Lake
Yeah.
District you can get into that doesn't leak water. First dance song that you never get tired of hearing.
See, this is hard because I couldn't name a song that I've heard loads of times. I think they're very personalised these days.
Yeah.
But I will tell you one song at my own wedding that I vetoed.
Oh, do tell.
Fill Me Up Buttercup.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's been overdone, hasn't it?
Yeah. I like the Come On Eileen or
Yeah.
Gold. They're really, I mean.
And what about the oops, upside your head? You all into that on the floor where you go like that and then you give it that?
I used to love that.
Yeah.
They don't do that anymore.
Oh, why not?
I don't know. It's different now.
What's the most underrated part of a wedding?
So I've already mentioned, like, just before the ceremony happens, when the anticipation in the air is tangible. It's everybody is waiting for the moment where bridegroom, whoever is making the entrance, that moment, I am giddy as anything because I know what's coming.
And like when the groom turns around and sees the bride, that must be.
Oh, it's magic.
Yeah.
And because I know how their day's going to unfold.
Mm.
So I know from that moment, it's going to go so quickly.
Yeah.
You know, in a blink of an eye, that day is gone.
All that planning, all that work, all that energy.
I'm like, ooh, just relish that moment before that step in, before it all just goes and it's done.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cake, what's your favourite?
I love cake. Right?
I do.
Yeah. There's not many people that don't like cake. My problem with cake is not many people actually eat it.
I have a guilty confession.
Do it.
I actually like sitting by the cake in the hope that people don't take it so I can eat it. I am the cake hoover.
Good.
I put slices in my bag for the next day in my handbag.
I could fill skips with the amount of cake I've seen wasted. Absolutely tons of it. So I like any cake. There isn't a cake I wouldn't eat, I don't think.
Me too.
Maybe shouldn't try and test that, but most cake I'll eat. But yeah, it frustrates me when it doesn't become more of, they might go and cut it. It might look beautiful. They might have spent hundreds of pounds on it, or Nana might have made it, or whoever. But they hardly ever blooming eat it. It drives me mad.
I don't feel guilty now, one little bit. Actually, sort of setting myself up near there. I'm so pleased to hear that. And if you could plan a wedding for any celebrity or type of person at all, who would that be?
That's hard because I think it's not about who the person is, but the type of people that they are.
Yes.
So I am not the type of coordinator, consultant that will deal with a wedding that was all about the fluff.
Yeah.
It's all about the most extravagant this, the most biggest this, the most,
showboating.
Yeah, it's not about the pictures that go on Instagram.
No.
That's not what you'll remember. So anybody who, it's more about the feeling of the day.
So somebody down to earth then.
Yeah. Somebody who is all about family and friends, not blowing budgets, not trying to outdo anybody. They're not inviting OK Magazine, Hello Magazine, none of that. Because it might earn them a pretty penny. But for something that is so memorable, I don't think that should interrupt it.
And I think, just like you were saying there, I saw a celebrity not long ago and I can't remember who they were. They came down the steps of like a town hall and she was just wearing a simple little white 60s shift dress. And it just looked magical.
And
Just
I bet
them
she felt
two.
brilliant.
Yeah.
I bet them as a couple felt like this is totally us.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter about all the bits around it. You don't need any of that.
No.
You just want to feel great. You want to feel comfortable. You want to feel confident and loved. That's it, really.
Well, Annabelle, thank you so much for coming in, because I think it's really given people a greater insight that weddings aren't just about all this Instagrammable stuff.
No.
It's about actually being relevant to you and authentic.
Yes, exactly.
Being your authentic self.
Definitely.
And when I want my 14th wedding
I'm here for
day,
you. I'm here for you.
I can tell. I know who I can trust. Up on a fell. I've got to get him up there first. That's the problem. Anyway, if you want to find out more information about Annabelle, honestly, she's a little firecracker. She's a bundle of fun and joy. You want to find out more about her business, all the details are going to be listed below, so that you're not going to have to race now and get a pen and a piece of paper. And if you want to join me for a podcast, again, all the details are below. I don't bite. I am quite nice, aren't I, Annabelle?
Yes, you are.
Anyway, thank you so much,
No, thank
Annabelle,
you.
for
Thank
coming
you.
in. I could speak to you for ages.